What's up guys, Ame here with the next installment in the Naxxramas boss guide. In this one we'll be going over the second boss in the Spider Wing, Grand Widow Faerlina. Let's get into it. Faerlina is accompanied by 6 other mobs at the start of the fight, 4 worshippers and 2 followers. The followers have 2 abilities they will use. They will sometimes charge a random person in the raid, and they also have an AoE silence ability. The followers can be stunned, so stun lock them to minimize the amount of charges and silences they can cast. These 2 abilities can be deadly if a follower charges into the healers and silences, so make sure you burn these guys down as fast as possible. Now on to Faerlina herself. During the fight, she will use a poison bolt volley, similar to bosses in AQ40 like Lord Kree and Visitus. This ability will hit about 10 random people every 10 seconds, doing around 1450 direct poison damage and applying a cleansable poison dot, which does 450 damage every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. Since this is nature damage, a greater nature protection potion can be used to help mitigate the damage. Raid members can also use a potion to get rid of the poison debuff to help out the healers. Faerlina also does a rain of fire attack. This ability has a 40-yard range and does about 2000 damage per tick. Raid members will need to reposition themselves if it is cast on top of them so they don't take damage. If it is cast on the melee, the main tank will need to move Faerlina so that the melee don't get hit by it. Lastly, Faerlina will cast an enrage ability every 60 seconds that will increase her melee damage and attack speed. This is where the worshippers come in. The worshippers are the key to this whole encounter. While they don't use any offensive abilities, they are the only way to dispel Faerlina's enrage. A worshipper must be mind controlled by a priest, and then the priest will run the worshipper over to Faerlina and use the worshipper's Widow's Embrace ability. Widow's Embrace sacrifices the worshipper and dispels Faerlina's enrage ability, as well as locking her out of her nature school for 30 seconds. Now that we know the abilities, let's walk through the fight. First, the main tank will pick up Faerlina. 2 off tanks will each pick up a follower, and 2 more off tanks will each pick up 2 worshippers and tank them on opposite ends of the room. The raid will kill the followers as fast as possible, stun locking them to minimize the charges and silences they can cast. Once the followers are dead, the raid will focus on Faerlina. Periodically, Faerlina will cast Rain of Fire and Poison Bolt Volley. When Rain of Fire is cast, make sure you move out of it if it is cast on top of you. If it's cast on top of the melee, the main tank will need to back up to allow the melee to get out of it while still being able to DPS the boss. When Poison Bolt Volley is cast, healers need to be ready to dispel the poison dot and keep the raid topped off. Every 60 seconds, Faerlina will enrage. A priest will need to be ready to mind control a worshipper, walk it over to Faerlina, and cast Widow's Embrace to get rid of the enrage. Reminder that this also locks Faerlina out of her nature school for 30 seconds, which will give healers a breather from healing the raid and dispelling the poison dot. And that's about it. Rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. There you have it guys, the second boss in the Spider Wing. Follow these steps and you'll have her down in no time. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and check out my other videos to support the channel. I'm also live on Twitch throughout the week. Catch the link below for my full schedule and come hang out. That's it for me today guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.